It's generally agreed that there is a pattern of sevens in many places in the Bible. For example, the creation week reflects 6,000 years of the dominion of man, followed by the millennial reign of Christ. The rapture occurs prior to the tribulation, the final 7 years of those 6,000. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to discuss pre-trib, mid-trib, or second coming rapture doctrines. Notes on the sevens are at the end of the video. My question is, can we calculate when the end of the 6,000 years will be? The rapture is always imminent, but I'd like to know how many years there are until the tribulation. The birth of Christ can be reasonably worked out from historical accounts. From Adam to Christ is generally agreed to be approximately 4,000 years. Adam's creation is held by many to be in 4004 BC. If that's correct, it places the birth of Christ in 4 BC. I don't agree with that date, and this is why. Jesus' birth was before Herod's death in 1 BC, 28 years after the death of Cleopatra in 30 BC, 15 years before the death of Caesar Augustus in 14 AD. Tiberius succeeded Caesar Augustus early in 14 AD. Christ's ministry began in the 15th year of Tiberius in 28 AD. The triumphal entry of Christ into Jerusalem can be calculated to the exact day from the description given in Daniel chapter 9, from the decree of Artaxerxes in 445 BC to rebuild until the Messiah was 173,880 days. That takes us to the date of the triumphal entry, which was on the 6th of April 32 AD. These points place the birth year of Christ as 2 BC, which means that his death, resurrection, and ascension were in 32 AD. It's clear that the tribulation didn't end exactly 2,000 years after the birth of Christ, as that would have been in 1998. So how can we discover when the 6,000 year period will end? Believe it or not, the Bible actually tells us. In Hosea chapter 5 verse 15, we read that Jesus will return to his place until the Jews acknowledge their offense, that is, the crucifixion of the Messiah. They will earnestly seek his face because of their affliction during the tribulation. From this verse, it's clear that the ascension of Christ marks the beginning of the final 2,000 years before the millennial reign. So when does Israel acknowledge their offense? It is just prior to the millennium, at the end of the tribulation. The ascension of Christ occurred in the latter half of the Feast of First Fruits, which in 32 AD was between the 1st and 25th of May. If that's correct, then it means that the tribulation will begin in the year 2025, and that the rapture must occur before then, or more precisely by around May of 2025. Also, it is likely to happen before the Ezekiel War, which is right around the corner. We may have a mere 5 years left to serve Christ on this earth. Be encouraged, because Jesus has overcome the world, and you and I are just passing through. Soon we will see the face of him whom we love.